Galley, sir.
Getting arrogant with me? There's a pot of tea in the galley waiting to be served to Mr. Morton and his niece. Get to it, boy.
The dining tray contained tea for the passengers.
Good morning, Devon. How are you?
Great, now...
Tut-tut.
Sir, I was merely...
Pour me a cup, steward.
Uncle?
Just something between Mr. Rensburg and I. Now tell me, are you feeling well, my dear?
Excuse me, Uncle?
Last night you were out of bed, Tabitha. Can you please explain to me what you were doing at 3 in the morning?
I was just...
Go on. I'm just concerned about what you left the cabin for.
I had to go and empty the chamber pot. Oh, I am so embarrassed, Uncle. You cannot ask a lady to speak such a thing in the presence of a servant.
Of course. The chamber pot. Then why did I find this kerchief on my piano this morning?
That is not mine, Uncle. I have no idea whom that belongs to.
I've heard rumors of someone playing on my piano at night. But you were in our cabin most of the time, weren't you?
Yes, Uncle, I was. Reading. The Cry of the Children by Elizabeth Browning is truly splendid poetry.
Drivel, my dear. So you would have me believe there's a sailor missing his frilly hanky?
I am saying it might very well be the silk of a sailor's wife, Uncle. It can get very lonely when you are away from your beloved. And, as they say, music comforts the soul.
Very well. I shall give this to the captain tonight. Let him sort it out.
Good.
Oh, and if you, by any chance, want to play the piano sometime, by all means, do ask. I would love to hear you play, Tabitha.
Thank you, Uncle.
Don't mention it.
Uncle, my cup. It's chipped. It hurts my lips when I sip from it.
Sip from the other side, my dear.
My left hand is weak. I can't hold a cup like that. Besides, it's entirely against etiquette. Steward, take this one back to the kitchen and bring me a cup in pristine condition.
Miss?
Do it. And don't keep us waiting like you did yesterday evening.
Tabitha had slipped a tiny note underneath her cup, asking me to meet her on the weather deck later.
I see you got my message. Just pretend you are fanning me with that.
Are you sure? It's freezing.
I know. Just do as I say. It looks better that way. My uncle is not a man who'd sit idly for more than a minute or two, so I figured we could only meet if I pretended to read here. In case he walks by, we just tell him that you were making sure I was well cared for.
You know that your uncle won't fall for such an excuse. He saw right through you this morning.
All the more reason to keep it short. Remember that my uncle found a handkerchief? Well, it's not mine. I'm sure it belongs to the girl. I've seen her holding it a couple of times.
Does that matter?
I don't want my uncle to know about any stowaways. He has been hot-tempered and very brusque lately. I don't know what he will do when he finds out about this.
I'm positive that nobody will link the handkerchief to the girl. They don't even know of her existence.
Be that as it may, I'm not sure how long Officer Ludlow can keep her hidden in his cabin. People will find out sooner or later, just like we did. I'm afraid our only choice right now is to tell the captain about her. It's the only way we can avoid conflict.
Then we have no other choice.
It is better for all of us if the captain knows about this. He will take... What is that?
Rendsburg! It's coming straight at us! I need all the passengers to go to the deck house.
Captain Hendricks, have you seen my uncle?
In your cabin, Lady Tabitha. Go to him and take him to the dining saloon right away. It's safer there.
I'll be on my way.
Be careful when you take the stairs. They might be slippery. Rendsburg, have you seen Ludlow?
No, sir.
I need Ludlow, Rendsburg. Go get him, now. If there's anyone still below deck, get them to go to the dining saloon immediately. Unless it's a sailor. Then I want them to report to me. That's an order.
Ludlow seemed to have sealed the hole in the wall after I had spied on him through it. The box was thrown on the floor. Ludlow's room was a bit of a mess. I wondered what had happened there. There was a necklace inside Ludlow's desk. It seemed to be a colonial design. While going through Ludlow's room, I discovered several of Gerrig's missing laudanum bottles, all empty. I wanted to ask Ludlow before jumping to conclusions, but it was hard to not think the worst.
Oh, thank God you're here, Mr. Rensburg.
What's the matter, Doctor?
Brunswick's wound is suppurating, and his body temperature is very unstable. Someone has to hold him down, while I'll drain the pus. The officer's life is at stake!
I want to help you, sir, but the captain specifically ordered me to get you and the other passengers out of here, immediately.
I won't go with you unless you assist me in doing my job first. If you decide to help, you can find me in Officer Brunswick's cabin.
Are you saying I'm blind? I know what you're up to, Ludlow.
Of course you do, Haywood.
I'm serious. When are you going to learn to keep to yourself?
I was just...
No excuses.
I need to talk to Ludlow. Please get to the main deck, Caleb. The captain wants to see you.
Ludlow has some explaining to do. So either he tells me what he was doing rifling through my drawers, or I won't leave.
I just wanted to know if you had any nuts.
Can you believe this man, Rensburg? It must be that time of the month again.
Fine, fine. I'm sorry. I was just looking for a wrench to...
The wrenches are on the wall. You tell me I'm the one who's blind.
We have reason to believe there's a stowaway aboard the Herald. Ludlow was just doing a routine search of the ship.
Devon, why are you...
A stowaway? Why were you going through my drawers then?
I don't know. I just...
You're nothing but a thief and a liar, Ludlow.
It's the truth, Haywood. We'll explain later. You have to go now. The captain is waiting for you.
Fine, I'll go. But only because the captain ordered it.
Oh, Devon, what's going on? Everything's moving.
Devon, we're in trouble now.
What's wrong, Ludlow? You look flushed.
Flushed? I'm fine, Devon. It's just...
Ah! Ouch.
Be careful, miss. You might hurt yourself.
I'm fine. Just a scratch. But I can't find my uncle anywhere. He wasn't in our cabin.
I lost the girl too. I don't know where she is. One moment she was standing right next to me, and the next...
You what? She could seriously hurt herself, officer. What if she fell overboard?
It's not like I lost the girl on purpose. I had a stomach ache this morning and was distracted when she suddenly ran for it.
A stomachache? Is that why you took those?
That came from below. Let's take the stairs.
Oh, God. My little girl, are you all right? Please don't cry. I'll get you out of here.
Look! The door to the cargo hold. It's open.
What is going on in here?
We found a stowaway, sir. We don't know who she is or how she got here.
A stowaway aboard the Herald? I can't believe it. Every day another surprise.
She's just lost, sir. She's all alone and I won't let her come to harm.
Elisa! Minha menina, you are safe. I was so worried.
Danielle?
Who are you, and what do you think you are doing?
Let's go to the captain. He'll know what to do.
No one leaves. Not before I have answers.
Uncle, don't be so harsh on him.
No, it's fine. Really. I can't hide it from you much longer anyway.
Hide what, exactly?
The girl, her name is Elisa, and she's my daughter.
You disappoint me, Mr. Barris. I trusted you. Even as someone from the Kingdom of Brazil, I held to believe that you had changed your ways.
So, you know where I'm from?
Your accent betrayed you. Although I have to admit, if Mr. Roberter hadn't told me about his suspicions, I would not have been convinced.
Why was I not arrested then?
All refugees to the free world are welcomed by the Protectorate and its allies. Your heritage is not a crime, but human trafficking is.
She is his daughter, sir.
Doesn't matter, officer. This man smuggled a human being aboard a government-chartered ship with immeasurable danger to her safety. Harboring a stowaway is a capital offense.
That it is, and therefore I'm taking appropriate measures. Mr. Barris, you will stay under strict surveillance until we arrive in the eastern colonies. There you will be delivered to the authorities in waiting for your trial.
Excuse me, Cornelis?
He poses no danger, Louis, and I need my crew. Please let the authorities handle this.
You are the authority on this ship. I am an authority on this ship. We sentence him here. right now.
What would you suggest we do, Mr. Morton?
The crime in question mandates a flogging by whip.
You can't do this!
The whip's been banned in the capital, sir. The ship doesn't even carry a whip anymore.
We are not in the capital anymore, officer. And may I remind you that our captain is a collector of exotic weaponry?
Are you serious? Sir!
The captain has a rattan cane, an object often used in the eastern colonies to flog criminals. It would be an excellent choice in this case.
You want me to get a rattan? Fair enough. If they do it in the colonies, why can't we?
Because we are better than that, Captain. That's why.
No, Ludlow, the captain is right. His ship, his rules. He has to set an example by punishing Danielle. Right here, right now.
What? I thought we were friends. I trusted you.
Devon, are you insane? We can't let this happen. I won't allow it.
I'm afraid you will, Mr. Ludlow. You should be following Mr. Rensburg's example more often, officer. He knows what needs to be done. Take Mr. Barris to the weather deck. We shan't draw this out any longer.
I'm sorry, Ludlow. I'm duty-bound to take action this time.
It's okay, Ludlow. I understand that it's not your call. Just make sure Eliza has her little handkerchief, will you? It was her mother's.
Oh, the kerchief was hers. Such a pity that I dropped it in the ocean this morning.
Trying to protect his daughter, Danielle had brought himself into harm's way. A bruised and broken man, he was locked up in the brig. Although the mystery of the girl was now solved, another question quickly arose. For what had Senator Morton been doing in the cargo hold during the storm?
Your Western upbringing has made you a cruel man, Devon Rensburg.
The captain's hands were tied. He needed to set an example. I only agreed.
Spoken like a true diplomat. Exactly what I need. Are you willing to prove yourself to me, Devon?
I'm tired of your games. When is this going to stop?
Answer me. Did you or did you not rummage through my strongbox while I was away?
No, I was just looking around.
Spare me your excuses. Did you read the articles?
No, I didn't read anything.
Don't deny it. You know what they did to my husband, to my family.
I don't understand it.
I'll explain. I was a queen. Once. The Protectorate took my kingdom from me by murdering my husband, the Raja of Mishra.
That's one outrageous accusation to make.
The Protectorate made it all look like an accident. But I knew it was murder from the moment I was informed of my husband's death. For I have only daughters. Without a legitimate heir, the doctrine of lapse made sure that the rule of our entire state would fall to the Protectorate.
The Protectorate wouldn't do that. I won't believe it.
A harsh reality, isn't it? When I refused to leave my people, Protectorate forces marched on the palace. They butchered almost all of my household staff, the Raja's second and third wives, even some of my daughters that didn't want to flee with me. I left them, Devon. I left my children to die.
The sea seems endless. What are these? Candelabra? They're silk. So soft. Not the best bed I have ever slept in. The sea seems...
My ancestors made these murals. They tell stories of a resilient people that lived off the land, a people that overcame many hardships, even in their darkest hours. The stories used to instill in me a sense of hope for our future. But I am losing faith, Devon.
I secretly hoped that you were letting me go now.
Look around. We are surrounded by the corpse of a culture that once flourished in this region. Your mother was once part of that culture, a culture which carried a long and proud tradition that is no more. It is your Protectorate that made it so. Your Lord Protector stole our colors, bagged them, and shipped them off afar. And now the cockerel is brandishing our plucked feathers right under my nose, taunting me in the hope that I lash out. As tempting as it may be, my people can't afford that. I don't want to legitimize him wiping us from history. I don't want to grant him that pleasure. I'm losing hope, Devon. And what last opportunity I have left now rests in the hands of a few in whom I've placed my trust. I'd like you to meet one of them. In fact, you have met before. This is my daughter, Ashna.
Hello, Devon. It's good to see you've recovered.